Hey everyone, Classic Tabletop RPG Friday today, getting back into our Classic Traveler RPG series. Welcome back, folks. For those of you who are returning, for those of you who are new, welcome aboard. This is RPG Elite. My name is Servant, and this is the place where I focus, I target with laser precision on putting the RP back in an RPG by giving you tools, tips, tutorials, and some real talk, sometimes that make you want to run for the hills. That makes your RPG experience more immersive and enjoyable. It makes you run for the hills, but it will make your RPG experience more immersive and enjoyable. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in today. We're gonna get straight into this. Couple of things though. Okay, so we're continuing on our series here on ship design. You guys have been following along with me as I designed the Phineas Javelin. But I made a boo-boo in that last one. The very last thing that I did in the last video, I was talking about adding hard points for your weapons, for your ship. And I made a boo-boo. I gave myself 3 hard points, but you can only have 1 hard point per 100 tons of ship. So the most that the Phineas can have, being 150 tons, is 2 hard points. And I really wanted that third one because I had plans, had big plans for that third one. But if we're gonna go pure, which is what I like to do with these classic deep dives, then I guess the Phineas is only gonna have to have 2 weapons. Oh well, it is what it is. I will make do. All right, so let's slide into this as we continue. We're almost done, Just got one big thing, actually 2 big things to do in the next video before we end up the design portion of this and move into other things for Classic Traveler. So let's do this right now. On the other side, as always, got the question of the vid for you. So let's roll them. Atmospheric streamlining your ship is making it capable of entering a planet's atmosphere. Without it, ships have to orbit above the planet or dock at an orbital space station, and then they can take a small craft to a planet's surface. Streamlining costs 1 megacredit per 100 tons of ship. It also allows for skimming unrefined fuel of gas giants, as well as scooping water from oceans and lakes. The Phineas will definitely be streamlined, so it'll cost me 2 mega credits if I'm just going to round up, or if I want to be exact, and I do because I do want to save myself a little bit of money because this is already expensive, it will be 1.5 mega credits. All ships have a ship's locker where various equipment is kept, like guns, suits, and survival gear, things like that. There's no cost for this, and you should work it out with your referee how much it can hold, where it's going to be, that kind of thing. Now, the Phineas is going to have a medium-sized ship's locker to hold an array of equipment for emergency situations, especially the emergency situation where somebody attempts piracy against the Phineas Javelin. Yeah, we ain't doing that. We going down swinging, know what I mean? If desired and the room is available, a ship can carry other vehicles like ATVs and speeders or air rafts. Deploying a smaller vehicle from a ship necessitates that the ship have bay doors that can offload that vehicle. If the vehicle falls into the small craft category, and we're going to talk about those in a separate video, then sufficient tonnage must be set aside to hold that craft. There are 6 main potential crew staff positions for a Starship, so let's go over them. Now, no matter what, all Starships need a pilot, and that person must have a skill of at least Pilot 1. If operating a small craft, they must have Ship's Boat 1. If a ship is 200 tons or higher, it is necessary to have a navigator. Smaller ships do not need this, so the Phineas will not have a navigator. If a ship is 200 tons or it has drives that equal 35 tons or more, it is necessary to have at least one engineer with Engineer 1. Smaller craft do not require it. Again, the Phineas does not have either one of those, so it's not going to have an engineer. If 8 or more high passengers are carried, then a steward is necessary. Now, these people must have Steward 0, and this will come on a case-by-case basis. Now, since I'm the pilot, I could possibly pull double duty and act as steward so I can keep an eye on people who board my ship. Yep, definitely have some trust issues here. But there are some caveats to that, and we'll get to that in a second. If a ship is 200 tons or more, it needs a medic with Medic 1 or better. Also, there needs to be a medic per 120 passengers. So the Phineas is nowhere near that, okay? So we'll forego having a medic, though we will have ample medical supplies in the ship's locker. One gunner with Gunnery 1 or better can be hired to man one weapon on the ship. They are not mandatory and should be hired as needed. Now, if you think you're going to be getting into some hot territory, you are going to want to have a gunner on your ship. Now, for me, yeah, full time. I'm going to have a gunner on my ship. It's the only crew I'm willing to pay for monthly, which is cool because they cost the least out of all of the bunch here. Now, this list is not exhaustive. They are just staples. You can create positions for your ship as needed, and then you can go ahead and figure out how much you're going to pay them for that position. The most skilled of the crew in a designated area is designated chief of that department if there are more than one. So if you've got like 2 or 3 medics, then one is going to be a chief medic. Same thing with engineer or anything else. If one is needed, they get 10% more in pay. Now, it's just more coming out of your pocket. As I alluded to earlier, one person can fill 2 slots. However, in order to do that, the person must have a skill level of 2 in each of the skills except Steward. In that one, you only just need 1. So if you wanted to be Steward and Pilot, which I wanted to be, I'd have to have Steward 1 and Pilot 1. The Phineas is coming right along, folks. Coming right along. I can't wait to finalize this next week. Hey, if you like what you see in these traveler videos and you just want to get down and dirty because you never had it and you're like, hey, let me go and grab this game, then down in the description below, there are a whole bunch of links for you to get the classic Traveler RPG over at Drive-Thru RPG or Amazon. Either one, go ahead and click on those and go have a whole lot of fun in space. Hey, if you got any value out of this video at all, whether you were entertained or maybe you learned something, whatever, could you do me a favor? Could you go ahead and crush the like button for a brother? Also, if you want to stick around just a little bit longer, a wee bit longer, and you want to see all the other things that we do here within the RPG Elite Network, not just here on the YouTube channel, then go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, hit that Elite Squad sign up button, which is the first link that you'll see down in the description below. That's another way to really get in on everything as we are building this community together. All right, let's get into the question of the vid. Now, even if you own your own Starship, you might not necessarily be what most people would expect you to be, which is the pilot of the ship. So, who of all the crew members, and it doesn't have to be the ones that I just mentioned, what crew position would you like to fill as a ship owner? Or would you probably be more than likely to fill as a ship owner? Go ahead, let me know down in the comments below. You know I always read them. I don't always respond. I respond as much as I possibly can, but I just love seeing you guys engage and all the rest of that stuff. So down in the comments below, let me know. That's it. I got to bounce and do my snaggle puss.
So exit, stage left.
Hey, if you got a game this weekend, then happy gaming, y'all. I hope it's an RPG Elite session. I do. 1 ring, in the hizzy. What? So until next time, oh, you know what's up. Better watch some videos over here, y'all, especially if you missed some of these videos for this series. This is the playlist. That'll do it for me. I got to say, peace, 5,000 leets. I'm outie. Hey, if you got a game this weekend, because I do, the One Ring, y'all know what's up. What? Hey, if you got one too, then go ahead. I hope you have a blah, 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 blah. Let me do that again. All right, let me do that again.